Yes. Hello. Thank you for allowing me to join you, Sir Funkiest of Monk. It is going to be a doozy again today, as it is the match of the feeders. It's feeders up against each other here, and that's just exciting me. So yeah, get your copy passes ready in the chat, and maybe eventually my camera will know how to focus on my face. Wait, what? Can they not hear you? Okay, well, yes, it's just me. Yes, right. Are we good?
Are we in? I think we're in. Yes, I see. Okay. Welcome back! I'm sorry. I did a whole intro and it was muted. It's Tranquility Gaming, Season 9, Week 3, Battle of the Feeders in Discord Tier EU. I'm joined by Gio, and I'm sorry.
Well, you heard my intro, I guess, so you don't need to hear my part again, but it will get better from here. We've set the bar low, so we're going to get better from here.
Only up from
only
here.
get better.
Nowhere to go but up. And apparently Ilios, which will be our first map, I think, confirmed by both Feeders United and Feeders Divided. I'm going to get very confused by these team names, I can already tell.
Well, one stands united, one stands divided, but which one will feed more is really the story here between these teams, because someone's got to take the L, someone's got to take the dub. Sure, there could be a draw, but I would be surprised if I casted 2 draws in a row. So.
Yeah. Feeders United, of course, predicted as the favorites to win by predicting Tranquility, but by a very narrow margin. 2/3 of the Predicting Tranquility stuff predicting a 3-2 win, so it should be an exciting one.
Ooh, that is a very close matchup predicted, and I hope we get something of that caliber, because that's what you see. You want to see what all the teams really worth, you know. You want to see them go the distance. You want to see them fight for it. It's not fun when it's a sweep. It's not fun when, you know, it's one-sided. You want this battle.
Yeah, you definitely want this battle. The battle of the feeders. It's gonna be an interesting one. I think we're still waiting on both teams to ready up, but I guess let's talk about Ilios, the only map to be situated in Greece. Which is your favorite of the 3 available? The well, lighthouse, ruins, perhaps?
It's definitely not well. I'm not a fan of that. It's a little too gimmicky for me as a competitive map, but I do like Lighthouse, how it's set up with that kind of courtyard to the 2 main high grounds. I like what it enables people to play. You see sometimes, you know, the 2 dives counteracting each other, both diving into each other's backline, and it's chaos. Or sometimes teams will just decide to hunker down on point with a brawl and just get that percentage up, trying to hold in, hunker down against the dive. So we'll see what these teams like to play on Lighthouse.
Indeed, as we travel now to in-game Ilios, we are starting on ruins. And it looks like from the health bars that we're seeing, we might be seeing a bit of 6-man. Maybe.
It could be, and that's what you see a lot here. You see that 6-man, which is that Monkey, D.Va, Moira, Lucio, Sombra, and then you can kind of switch the other one, but really you want the Reaper, I would say, is the best choice. You can change that for a Tracer, and it's all about getting to that mega health pack on Coast quickest. And yeah, it looks like both sides are going to go for that, and I'm kind of shocked that not one of them has decided, well, if people play 6-man here, why don't we just counter it with a straight-up brawl? Straight up brawl is the rock, paper, scissors counter of 6-man if you go hard into the monkey, but both sides here choosing to go for the standard 6-man.
Yeah, I think just because 6-man is such a fun comp to play as well. The DPS do a lot more than just, you know, clicking on tanks. But, well, I say that. The Sombra does a lot more than just clicking on tanks. It looks like we are going into this. And I think the Sombra of... Is that Feeders Divided, yes, the Sombra of Feeders Divided managed to get that first crucial hack onto the health back, as well as one onto the Reaper of how to draw. Clapping back though, Feeders United Sombra, Noah getting a hack onto Bipolar Bear, which quickly dissipates. Not much happening here, they can't really find a in there. Feeders United rotating back to point now, giving up some ground for Feeders Divided to maybe take some space here. And it looks very even with the Cole coming out.
Yeah, Coalesce is going to come out. That's going to enable this big push into the backline. You see that hack onto the opposing Moira. Going to get that elimination in the end.
Yeah, that's a very, very crucial pick. But Emily, already with the beat, manages to keep Feeders Divided in the fight even without their Moira. And the EMP and the self-destruct as well. These ults are building so fast for Feeders Divided.
Yeah, Divided really held in well there, while it was Yuri on the side of United that got that first Coalescence and took out the best Jinx. Divided really held in well. The beat was huge, like you mentioned. Emily really saving the team there. And of course, the EMP from Gangnam. But now Noah.
Oh, the EMP goes in, catches all 6 members of Feeders Divided. The mech of Chazza, the first one to go down, but how to draw. Just walking in and left clicking, finding Emily there. The best Jinx also being taken out, but how to draw will not stop at the Lucio, finding that crucial pick onto the Winston. And Feeders United finally managing to flip the point.
Yeah, very nicely coordinated. A big chunky EMP is what you love to see here in these 6-man comps. It's so surrounding EMP. Both sides now looking to utilize the Coalescence for a push, but very importantly, the beat is ready for United.
Well, in goes both Coalescences, but it's Yuri who finds that first pick again with the Coalescence and getting another one onto Bipolar Pair. Why not? Bipolar Pair? Bipolar Bear, I'm sorry. Taikutsu also not making his presence unknown, taking out 2 of his own. And Feeders United holding really well here.
I would like to see what a bipolar pair looks like, or even acts like. That would be weird. But Blossom ready here for Divided. It's going to be the main thing to scout out for. Get the hack onto the D.Va.
The bomb goes in though, and it finds the best Jinx early. That's a huge source of healing gone for Feeders Divided. And Feeders United are really trying to capitalize off of this, it would seem. But, I mean, I don't think they really need to. There's not many follow-up picks coming out from Feeders United, and that's really what you want out of a 6-man comp. I mean, they've already respawned at this point.
Yeah, the respawns are in, but Gangnam looking to build up this EMP faster than the counterpart in Noah. That's going to be the main thing going forward here for Divided.
That's a big hack there onto the D.Va of Chazza, but the follow-up just still isn't there. Meanwhile, Jurian, WM on their way into Yure's face, taking out the Moira easily. Gangun getting a little bit of a Sombra diff there, and Bipolar Bear booping 2 people off of the map there, finding the Lucio and the Reaper. Princess, though, she's not making her presence unknown, does manage to get a pick, and Taikutsu with the Primal gets Emily off the map as well, and takes out the best Jinx on support. And the Sombra falls so low that Feeders United can just continue this fight. Noah looked like they were gonna EMP, but they don't need it, because they can just keep holding on to this point till 99%. It's overtime now. The Blossom gets cancelled immediately, and Feeders Divided are just scrambling to get a little bit more on the point. But no, Feeders United say, we will take this first point.
When I ever have, if I ever have children, I'm going to send them this VOD as an example of trying not to eat your cake and have it too, because they got a good pick at the start there from Jurian. I'm talking about Divided. They got a good pick, and they thought they could probably win that fight without using some core ultimates, which is why that fight was so extended and gave that opportunity to United to come back into it. Because you saw, they thought, maybe if we save EMP, we can use that in the fight after, and it's not a bad idea. It's just a little greedy, and it really caught them out.
Speaking of a little greedy, Feeders Divided going for a very greedy comp known as the Arab Dive, substituting out the Ana that Feeders United have for a Lucio. This will be a very interesting twist because Feeders Divided playing the anti-dive dive comp. There is no backline for Feeders United to collapse onto. And the Mercy of Hammerhei already falling very, very low, almost being taken out, and is taken out there by Chazza. That's huge for Feeders Divided. Now they can just make their way into the backline of Feeders United, why don't they? They're gonna take a lot of space, find the point, but Princess gets a boop onto Bipolar Bear, while Gangnam finds two in the backline there, taking out the Ana and the D.Va. Princess falling very, very low, almost getting out with her life. I think she finds that mega health back just in time, but not quick enough to stop Fetus Divided from taking this first point.
Yeah, very good opening pick. You take out that Mercy, then it's going to really force Noah to stand back, not go in without that pocket. And it's given Gangnam a lot of advantage here. Not too far of advantage towards this barrage, but they're going to, again, place off in the air.
I mean, Emily just gets taken out there. That's huge for Feeders United. The Pharmacy as well. Taikutsu finding the pile drive kill onto Gangnam. Not a kill feed interaction you see often. Feeders United now making their way onto the point with a bomb as well. Doesn't find anything, but it does force the quick exit of Chazza, who finds themselves on the wrong end of the biotic grenade. And Feeders United really cleaning up that fight nicely.
Yeah, definitely. Now that it's in their control, it's the Mercy's going out first here, and that's really helping the aerial battle after Princess with an exit pick there. Very nice. Gonna stagger them back here. Noah closer to this barrage, and Nano is ready from Yuri. I imagine we'll see the Nano go onto Noah here on the defense. It's gonna be about how much Chazza can eat up the barrage, and if Jinx can get the speed.
Yeah, I think Jinx getting that beat would be a very, very crucial play from him. The Nano goes out onto the Pharah, though, but they don't seem all that bothered in barraging. They find Gangnam. Never mind, they do seem bothered in barraging. Finding Gangnam early and dropping Emily so low that all it takes is a melee from Taikutsu to kill them. Princess finding that third pick onto the best Jinx and sending Feeders Divided packing back into their own spawn. And Taikutsu just doesn't care. Oh, you're going back to your spawn? Fine, I'll just kill you anyway. Waiting 10 seconds to get back into that spawn, or not so long as Emily uses the res. But look at that ult bank of Feeders Divided. I mean, if they don't win this next fight, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, the only thing that isn't divided is their ult quality. But, oh, Noah doesn't care!
Yeah.
You don't use your ult if you're taken out early.
Nope, it looks like Feeders Divided living up to their name by dividing their Pharah and their Mercy, not really able to get the healing that Gangnam would have needed to keep himself alive. Feeders United really holding this space really well just by power of picks. And they still have all 6 ults available on the side of Feeders Divided.
Yeah, and they really got to think about using them soon here before they lose this advantage. Here comes the Valk, allowing them to push in here. Mine's on point as well from both sides.
Yeah, mine's on point for both sides. Just very complicated in trying to egress onto there. Princess, though, managing to take out Gangnam with the aid of the Ana, but the best Jinx trying to keep the point alive. Manages to flip it early, but at the cost of 2 people. The Pulse Bomb there coming out onto Chazza, and Emily Rez and Durian might give them a little bit of an advantage, but Taikutsu is just going Giga Chad mode. Well, never mind, he got knocked off the map by the self-destruct. That's a little embarrassing, but Hammerhey finding that Rez onto Yuri, it's a very, very close fight. It could go either way. Just as
Barrage, yeah, Barrage for a full stop onto that sentence, but Princess has just stepped up to the plate time and time again and has been an incredible asset for the team of United.
Very, very much so. Finding 2 picks there is absolutely crucial in getting that flip. Emily's just they just let Emily res there. They don't care. Noah finds the barrage onto the best Jinx, but they still have that Mercy. Well, not anymore. They don't have that Mercy alive. Yurei getting that boop onto Bipolar Bear. Gangnam managing to take out Hammerhey and Taikutsu, but Noah. Oh, Noah with those 2 rockets. Finding just such insane value, Feeders United.
Wow, yeah, I'm really impressed with United so far. They've really shown one of the key factors for a team in tournaments. It's that clutch ability. It's the ability to fight back when the chips are down, when things are not going your way. And they've shown it in Ruins when they came back from that devastating fight, didn't even let the point switch. And again on Lighthouse, of course, the point did switch, but outstanding stuff there from United. It's going to take a lot from Divided to get themselves back into this one, because United, they feel like they're in that flow state right now.
I mean, there is a reason that Feeders United haven't dropped a map yet, and you've just seen it right there. They just have such a clutch factor in their ability that when they're able to face down 6 ults and win, that's how you know a team is going to go far in this tournament, and they may well do.
Oh, yeah. If they can play like that, and if they can come back from fights as lost as some of those fights were, then they're really showing people that they're going the distance. They can really take this one. And of course, we'll see more as the game unfolds. United, they're looking really strong, but of course, divided is the name of their opponent. They can separate them. They can take them apart, pick them apart bit by bit. We've seen Divided is able to win out some fights. They just need to get some of that. I don't know. They need more bite. They need more bite in their actions. I think.
Yeah, a little bit more bite in their actions would be nice. They're definitely trying to win these maps, but they just aren't. It looks like we are going to be seeing Temple of Anubis now for our assault pick. I mean, this map is very, very controversial for mostly the fact that it's a 2CP map, to be completely honest. Home of many a double shield with Junkrat that you've learned to absolutely despise in ranked. But hopefully, hopefully we see some kind of variation instead of just the standard double shield. Maybe a bit of dive, maybe a bit of the ball. Who knows? It's an open game.
19 days. 19 days,
19
and we
days,
don't
yes.
have to CP.
19 days. We are counting them down.
Now, Temple of Anubis looks nice. I like that we have an Egyptian map, and I hope that the 2CP maps get reformed into something for Wars 2, because they look good. And they have given us like a lot of classic matchups, even in Overwatch League. One of my first matches was Seoul Dynasty versus New York Excelsior, Season 1
yes.
in Temple. And I remember Temple of Anubis being like a big map during that. So, yeah, I'm talking back to when I got into competitive Overwatch. But these players here, they're more than just into it. They're here to win. They're here for, whatever their personal goals may be, but I'm sure some of them are ego, wanting to prove themselves.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Funny you should mention Overwatch League history. This is also the home of the AKM blade. The blade infamous for being built slower than I can build blades, and I build blades slow. I build them slow, but like 3 minutes 45 seconds is the equivalent to one AKM blade and can be evenly subdivided into various units of time. So next time you want to say, hey, it's going to take me a while to get here, just use AKM blades and confuse the fuck out of literally everybody you talk to.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, but pardon my language. I am sorry. I only just twigged that.
Wow. I mean, if this was another place, I'd have to reprimand you, but here I cannot. But I can say we don't support that language here. Looks like we're going to get some interesting compositions here with this brawl. A TP brawl right into a spam. Now that's how you break a spam. That's how you break Pokemons. You just get right in their face. And I'm excited to see what they do here.
Absolutely, but if the Junkrat has reaction speeds, they could probably put down a trap right in front of it. And it looks like they're using the wall to just stop them from spamming that specific angle.
Oh.
And maybe they're trying to fake a rotation, who knows? But they are pushing the right side here, and it looks like they are angling to teleport onto point. Yep, that's where they go, but Noah and Princess spamming that TP out, finding the Baptiste and the Symmetra. Two long sources of sustain there. Chazza dropping very low, has to demech, and Gangam and Emily also falling really, really low. Not how Feeders divided, I probably imagined this first attack going.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing when a team lives up to their name in a way that's not good for them, because Brawl is something that you really need to be one fist, one unit when you're playing Brawl, and they really spread out there, maybe not really coordinating where the end point of the rotation was going to be, but I like what they're trying. Probably going to TP up to the window here to get around them.
Maybe, but they are funneling themselves into this very small choke, which is where the Junkrat thrives. And speaking of Junkrat, here comes the Riptire. Finds Bipolar Bear, who also finds Noah with the charge. So it's a relatively even fight there, but Feed is divided, managing to establish themselves on the point. The best Jinx finding how to draw there. The crucial pick. They can just maybe pick people off. Jurian's now at 3 levels of beam charge, and Princess has been frozen, dropping very, very low. The Blizzard's coming out. It looks like it's all going the way of Feed is divided.
Yeah, it's somehow working out for them here.
Noah's just doing Noah things.
Oh yeah, Noah's actually threatening to take it back, but no, yeah, Divided will get the point somehow. They TP'd all but their Reinhardt and got away with it. Very shockingly, they lived up to their name in a good way. So I guess it's 1-1 for living up to your name. And now that they've got these ults, you're starting to be worried about a snowball. I think there's enough time to curve that snowball. That's a lot of the issue with 2CP is that snowball ability. But if they TP in here, utilize this beat aggressively, this could be bad for Feeders United.
Yeah, but they've also got that Bob and the Flux, which are known for slowing down pushes to a complete halt. The wall doesn't isolate anyone in particular. The Flux manages to find the Baptiste, but it does force the lamp. The window there coming out from... Oh, Bipolar Bear! Finding both supports with the Goomba Stomp hammered down. Noah with the Riptire, only managing to find Jurian, but gets taken out swiftly afterwards by Chazza. Princess really trying to claw this back, finding that pick onto the Baptiste. Taikutsu falling very low, dying. That's a lot of icicles coming in from Gangam. You're going to get Frostbite. Feeders Divided managed to find a tick here, but Feeders United are coming back in, and they're coming back swinging. Ure finding that pick onto Bipolar Bear, but Chazza still responding back. It seems like this is going to go on for a while.
Yeah, this is one of these classic prolonged 2CP fights, but there comes a Blizzard that could switch the fate here of the attacking team as Gangam continues to step up big time. Oh.
It froze Hammerhey, but it didn't save Gangam from death. How to draw, and Ure also following up on that. Ure finding 2 there with the Baptiste primary fire. And Feeders United managing to hold on to this with not even giving up the second tick.
Yeah, maybe called Noah, but it's Yuri taking them 2-2 at the end. Now, Feeders Divided, they didn't get that second tick, which is unfortunate, as they fought long and hard for that. Now they only really have this beat. You're thinking, okay, you really want to build up your ultimates. You probably want to get this rally out of United as well, with a good rotation here.
Yeah, that rally is very, very important considering it's the only ult they have online. Oh no! Getting that first pick there onto the best Jinx. They've lost a lot of sustain, and I mean, that's just enough for Feeders Divided to have to back out. I mean, if one part of that brawl comp dies, there's really not much to be done in terms of pushing forth.
Yeah, it's getting a little tough now for Divided because this is such a long point. This poke comp's getting a lot of value, and of course they have dropped the Symmetra. There is no TP. They need to go on these rotates. Noah though looking to be cheeky again, maybe.
Yeah, no, it is being a little cheeky, but Chazza even cheekier. That pulse bomb finding the defense matrix and only the defense matrix. They seem to be rotating under the bridge. Now Bipolar Bear dropping very, very low. The beat has to come out there. The bomb only manages to find the immortality field, but they can't save Jurian or Gangam. Princess finding the Goomba Stomp and the micro missiles onto Bipolar Bear. She's just popping off today. How to draw, getting that last kill there onto the best Jinx, and Ure maybe staggering Emily a little bit. Speaking of stagger.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be cruel, right? And this is the way of winning. This is a very big stall, but it's needed. You need to do this, especially on a Overwatch map, because it's all about time. Time is the biggest resource in Overwatch. Now Divided, they do have the Shatter and Blizzard, and they need to watch this rotate though. They really need to make sure the DM is protecting best Jinx as they push forward, because it's the Junkrat that's picking them off.
Yeah, they've been picked off a lot there. The bomb gets sent in from Jazza. Jazza doesn't find anything. The remake also not finding much. The immortality field coming out in response to the Riptire, but it's gonna go. And the best Jinx once again falls victim to the rat. Princess finding the eat onto Gangam's Blizzard. Just doing really well this map, I think. Hammerhey and How to Draw getting those last few picks, and it's only the Mei left alive.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go. Do or die now. It's the last fight. And Feeder's divided. They didn't get the value from those ultimates. Of course, Princess completely denying the Blizzard from Gangnam. Now, really only this High Noon pushing forward into what's going to be a window, a rally, a bomb, a bongo. It's very, very tough for Divided to get anything done in this fight.
Yeah, the window comes out early. The Holt even trying to get there. Princess finding the opening pick. That's very, very well done. Gets a second onto Bipolar Bear. Finding Gankum as well with the stomp. Just popping off this map, saying hi to the stream. Hello. Chaz are the last one to die. And Feeders United will hold on to point B.
Wow. Yeah, very nicely done on point B there. I think maybe Feeder's divided after they lost that fight and were low on ultimate charge. They could have maybe considered swapping their composition to uh, bring that distance down a little quicker. But I have to give it. I said it last map. I have to say it again. Princess is playing outstandingly today. I think there was two remakes throughout this defense. There's the two remake eliminations, that is. And that's not an easy thing to do when you're your baby diva, least health in the game, right? You're going about and then all of a sudden, boom, 300 damage to your face.
Mm. Yeah, you gotta be very, very sneaky there in order to get value out of that. And it looks like Chazza's gonna have a go now on the defense with Bipolar Bear on the Orisa. Interesting comp here from Feeders United, playing a dive but without the Tracer and with the Pharah. Let's see, I wonder how that's gonna interact with Gangnam and Emily's Pharah as Mercy did.
So, what they're looking to do here is to create two strong angles, one of the Far Mercy and one of the Widow. Far Mercy is all about poke and prod and create an opportunity. And if there's so much pressure coming from that direction, you might forget in the other direction how to draw is scoping in on your head. That's the plan here. And of course, it's also very based off of getting this nano. Oh,
How to draw goes for the jump shot. Doesn't find anything, unfortunately, but they are going to stick the Widow out. Probably do as you say. Riveting Orisa gameplay being observed there. It looks like they're going to go in now with the anti. I think that was a set nade coming out there onto Bipolar Bear. I can't tell if it's Bipolar Bear or Bipolar Bear, but who knows at this point. Chazza dropping very, very low, but it's actually Jurian that falls to the headshot from How to Draw. And why not pick up another one in the form of Gangnam? Noah taking out Emily on the Mercy. Taikutsu finding that Baptiste, and it's only the tanks left alive. But they can't stagger the Diva here, because otherwise the Diva's just going to stall forever.
very correct. And oh boy, does it feel good to tee up a Widow and they actually follow through. How to Draw coming up big there. Now, of course, that's a very quick take. They do not need all of second point, just 60%. Well, 59.6. Oh, that's a huge one.
That is a huge pick. Not as huge as you may think, though, with the 2CP spawn thing. He is, right back in there. How to Draw now with the Infrasight, looking for something else, but the dive has already been initiated. Noah has the barrage, goes in, finds two, finds three. Go on, Noah. You don't have to worry about Chazza. Chazza's on the other side of the map. Gangnam the only one to find another pick, but Chazza's the only one left alive, with all members of Feeders Divide United just sitting there on the point waiting for the stall.
Yeah, now it's this kind of grunge fight here. I don't think anything's going to be done here for the... No! What an awful time for a pause. It's a pixel away from winning. No!
That is exactly 1%, I think, away from ticking up.
No way! That is one of the worst pauses I've ever had in a game. Oh, that... Oh, to be a player though, like I'm feeling rough about that. Imagine you're a player, like, oh boy. But of course it happens, right? We're not playing on LAN. Everyone has their own internet connection, playing in their own homes. This is something that's normal, and we will get through this. It will get unpaused. It will be resolved. I think it was a player from Divided actually who dropped there.
That's rough.
Yeah, so, well, their spawn is close, so And I don't know the code yet here, but it might spawn them back in where they were. But we'll make sure everything's fine. Of course, it's more important that the players are all feeling good. It's all about their competitive experience, not about us. We like to watch, we like to have fun, but like at the
Mm.
end of the day, it's about the players, right?
Yeah, definitely more about the players than it is about us. And seems like it is an internet problem for the main sport of Feeders Divided.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean it happens, right? I
Mm.
mean, it happened to me during my placements,
Oh
which
no.
which sucked. Yeah, I've not been doing good. I've not really been focusing on it, but I dipped into plant for the first time in a while on tank. Don't tell.
Woe
Free.
is ye.
Yes, woe is me. But
Mm.
uh, like, there's not much to break down, right? It's a pixel away from them winning.
Yeah, there's literally, I don't really know what to say other than to once again apologize for my complete brain fart there. In terms of language use, I can only apologize.
It's fine. I
to
mean,
the
right?
viewers at home.
We're in the disco tier, and you're the
Mm.
funky monk, right? You
Yeah,
rule the
yeah.
land.
Yeah, I've been given mod powers on my second cast. For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Oh my lord. Oh boy. We'll be getting back into it soon once Emily's back in it. It was Emily, the player that dropped, and we'll get out of 2CP, out of Temple of Anubis, and move on to what's after that. And we will have escaped. Oh, I think we're running back
Mhm.
into it.
And it looks like the ball is still trying to stall it out for a little while longer, dropping very, very low. Two people still on the point, that being Chazza, and it's just Chazza now. If they can demech Chazza, that's going to be really, really big, but they ignore the res from Emily onto Bipolar Bear. This is a disaster. Now Feeders Divided have been able to restabilize. I mean, oh, I'm just so stressed out. There's so much things happening, and I'm supposed to talk about them. The barrage there coming out from Gangnam gets mostly eaten. Noah finding two there. They're still holding on to this point. There's only one person alive, and it's Jurain who manages to find two onto Taikutsu and Hamahei. Words fail me.
That was scrappy.
That
Of
was
course, say what
scrappy.
you will about the pause, but Emily came back into that one strong and immediately got a huge res, which changed the tide of things there for the defense. So very well played for Emily to get back into the groove after you're taking, like I talked about flow state earlier, like to be taken out of the game, get back into it, and need to continue to play at that level. It's difficult, right? But it looked like Emily did it there and almost started around. That was a little play of Yuri there, just absolutely decimating. The Baptistes this week have really shocked me.
Yeah, the Baptistes have just been popping off. There's a reason I think that people call flex supports DPS healers, and I think we're just seeing it right here. Funny you should mention flow state. I remember hearing a story about Sonic Fox trying to disrupt their opponent's kind of flow state by just changing the seat that they were in, like sitting on the other side of them, and just that change in vibe apparently was how they won their tournament. You know, flow state is a very fickle thing.
Well, talking about flow state, we now have, of course, the halftime break, folks. So do not change the channel. There is more gameplay to be had, but we're going to go for a quick 10-minute max break, and we'll be back after the break.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
See you around.
You don't need an invitation. I already know what you're saying. I love a little conversations, and I don't want you to go changing, 'cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. I hope that you just feel it all too, 'cause girl, you're comfortable, let's go. Feels so good just when I roll through. And I just think it's so crazy what you do to me. Girl, you're the baddest thing, you know that. And I really need you to show it. So turn around, let me get you on the cold. Situation. We don't spend time hesitating. And I wouldn't say we're crazy in love. I would just say we're crazy enough. Cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. You just feel it all too. Cause girl, you comfortable, let's go. Feel so good just when I roll through. And I just think it's so crazy what you do to me. Girl, you're the baddest thing, you know that. And I really need you to show it. So turn around, let me get you on the cold. Slow it down. Jeans on when we hit the town. We don't really care who's around. But baby, I'm with you if you gon' be down. Cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable.
Coalescences, but
That's
it's
what I
Yuri
want.
who finds that first pick again with the Coalescence
And-
and getting another one onto Bipolar Pair, why not? Bipolar Pair dropping very, very low. The Blizzard's coming out. It looks like it's all going the way of Feeders Divided.
Yeah, it's somehow working out for them here.
Noah's just
oh.
doing Noah things.
Oh yeah, Noah's actually threatening to take it back, but no, yeah, Divided will get the point somehow. They TP'd all but their Reinhardt and got away with it. Very shockingly, they lived up to their name in a good way. So, I guess
Finding that pick onto Bipolar Bear, but Shaza still responding back. It seems like this is going to go on for a while.
yeah, this is one of these classic prolonged 2CP fights. But there comes a Blizzard that could switch the fate here of the attacking team as Gangnam continues to step up big time. Oh,
It froze Hammerhey, but it didn't save Gangnam from death. How to draw, and Yurei also following up on that. Yurei finding two there with the Baptiste primary fire.
Divided, they do have the Shatter and Blizzard, and they need to watch this rotate though. They really need to make sure the DM is protecting Best Jinx as they push forward, because it's the Junkrat that's picking them off.
Yeah, they've been picked off a lot there. The bomb gets sent in from Jazza. Jazza doesn't find anything. The Remake also not finding much. The Immortality Field coming out in response to the Riptire, but it's gonna go. And the best Jinx, as you say, riveting Orisa gameplay being observed there. It looks like they're gonna go in now with the anti. I think that was a set nade coming out there onto Bipolar Bear. I can't tell if it's Bipolar Bear or Bipolar Bear, but who knows at this point. Shazza dropping very, very low, but it's actually Jurian that falls to the headshot from How to Draw. And why not pick up another one in the form of...
Actually follow through. How to Draw coming up big there. Now, of course, that's a very quick take. They do not need all of second point, just 60%, well, 59.6. Oh, that's a huge one!
That is a
Double
huge
this.
pick. Not as huge as you may think, though, with the 2CP spawn thing. He is, right back in there. Powder draw now with the Infrasight looking for something else, but the dive has already been initiated. Noah has the barrage, goes in, finds 2, finds 3! Finally managing to flip the point.
Yeah, very nicely coordinated. A big chunky EMP is what you love to see here in these 6-man comps. It's so surrounding EMP. So nice.
Cause girl, you comfortable. It just feels so good, just when you roll through. I just think it's so crazy what you do to me. Girl, you the baddest and you know that. It's true. And I really need you to show it. Turn around, let me catch you on the Kodak. I don't know what you do. Yeah. Let me get you on a Kodak.
Hello.
To Tranquility Season 9 Week 3 EU Discord tier. It's Feeders United versus Feeders Divided. Feeders United, as you can see on the top of your screen, are currently 2-0 up. We should be going into, I believe it is, let's see here, an escort map next of the available options. I think it should be an
Yes.
interesting one.
Yeah, it's match point. It is 2-0, and both these teams have not lost yet. So someone got to take the first L. Someone is taking their first L, and so far, United. I mean, these teams are looking strong, but like, it's now reverse sweep time, right? Divided now need to reverse sweep if they want to get the dub, if they want to get that tiebreaker win. So, it's do or die, and we're going to, would you believe it? It's Kings Row, an EU game going to King's Row? Never heard of it.
It's almost exhausting. It's almost exhausting. And I said escort. I can't read, apparently. So we are going to King's Row, the I think probably the map that best suits the two teams named Feeders United and Feeders Divided. It'll most likely be a brawl-off. I'd be very confused and frankly angry if it wasn't.
Well, sometimes you will see teams crack open a cold one with a Pharah in the sky. But, you know, I am expecting you're going to see the classic, right? The Reinhardt. Reinhardt-based brawl, and of course, what is meta in that way is what's referred to as Rush. That's having the Baptiste and D.Va with the Mei and the McCree, and of course Lucio.
Of course, Lucio.
And I mean, if you don't have Lucio, I don't know what you're doing.
This is frog erasure. This is frog erasure, and I will not stand for it. I am an ex-Lucio main, and I will not stand for this.
I do apologize if I have insulted your ancestry of frogs.
Little known fact about the Monks of Funk. We learned it from frogs.
Oh,
What it
really?
is, nobody knows, but we learned it from frogs.
Wow, you learned. What, did you learn the funk from the frogs or the monk from the frogs?
A healthy dose of both.
Okay.
I think it was the Ribbits that provided the baseline for most of Monk Funk,
Right,
which
yeah.
is the official music genre of the Funk.
Yeah, I imagine their teachings would have been riveting.
Hey, who says we don't have fun here?
Anywho, yeah, it looks like we're going to get into this one. I think the lobby hadn't set up properly there. That's why you saw some people flying about having fun. Very soon we will see the compositions these teams will be choosing to go forward with. And it is, yes, nothing out of the ordinary here, apart from this little Hanzo pick here from Jurian. So some teams do like to play the Hanzo over the Cassidy. You do lose that up close fan the hammer, and of course, most importantly, the stun, which, well, just a mini stun is, you know, milliseconds or years sometimes, right, in this game. But what you get from the Hanzo is the one-shot ability, the recon arrow to see where the team's starting out, and the shield spam in the storm arrows.
Speaking of where the team's starting out, Feeders United looking very, very cozy where they are. I think they're holding, yeah, just behind statue there. Good place to hold behind statue. They have been scouted, however. And looks like Feeders Divided are going to be taking the hotel route, which is one of the better ways of doing things. The walls go up for both sides. Nobody quite get isolated, so it's even ground for both teams. Princess drops very, very low, but it will be Bipolar Bear, who is taken out first by Taikutsu. The Immortality Field, unfortunately, a little bit too late to save them. And looks like Feeders United are just going to take this advantage and just run with it.
Yeah, backing up here to get that recontest, losing your Reinhardt is rough, but being able to get back there, I think, was maybe lenient from the defense. Look at this angle from Jurian here.
Yeah, it's a very useful angle. Does provide pressure onto that Reinhardt. The wall goes up from Gangnam. Doesn't isolate anyone in particular, but Yurei does have to use the window there. Princess finding the first pick once again onto Bipolar Bear, and finding the second actually onto Emily with Taikutsu. Finding the Fire Strike onto Jurian and the Hammer Kill onto Chazza. Once again, sending Feeders Divided packing.
Yes, Taikutsu providing them with the stick, not the carrot anymore, as they are defending this one pretty well, although Divided are going to have this Blizzard up first if they can utilize the fact that Noah doesn't have it yet, as they swing around here with the Dragon.
Looks like, yep, the Dragon's coming out. Doesn't manage to find anyone, but Jurian does get that pick headshot onto Noah, but not before Princess gets Gangnam as well. But it looks like Feeders Divided are actually making a bit of a time for themselves, taking out both supports and the Reinhardt, and this firmly establishing themselves on point A of King's Row.
Yeah, they're getting some leeway here. Princess gonna get demeched, running back to the point to try and get eliminated, but of course, staggering is allowed here, so they're going to stagger that one out. They're going to get this point. 4 minutes 30, it's a decent time bank going into second, and they still have some big ultimates going forward, especially with that early pick.
And the shatter gets blocked by this
Oh
own
no!
No!
way.
No, they still have the blizzard though, but is it even worth it anymore? Is it even worth it? Is it worth throwing it in? Chaz doesn't seem to think so. Chaz is just having a whale of a time on the cart. The dragons there are coming out from Jurian. This only serves to really isolate the members of Feeders United. Bipolar Bear, really trying to get themselves going here. The blizzard comes out, doesn't manage to find anyone, but how to draws a little bit of a skull onto Jurian and the Best Jinx respectively. Princess getting that third pick onto Bipolar Bear, and Feeders United chasing the absconding Feeders Divided off of this payload.
Quickest draw in the West. That was a nice little high noon there. Going to solidify
That's a
the
much better pun
defense.
than mine. Much better.
I was analyzing Westerns earlier today. It's in my mind. Noah now with the blizzard and the defense, but we'll need it if this window gets the value. That Noah
No, it
is
doesn't seem
perched.
to have been noticed there. The wall coming out maybe a little bit late. Doesn't manage to isolate anyone in particular. I think they want to go aggressive with this here blizzard. Jurian gets isolated and finds himself on the wrong end of a fire strike. And with that pick, Feeders United drain more of the time bank of Feeders Divided.
Yes, and looking at the team sheet, by the way, the capitalization of letters, it's Bipolar Bear, not Bipolar Bear.
I am sorry for misjudging that, and I will
the
not
bomb.
do that later. The window there coming out manages to get... Oh, was that a big shatter? I think it was a big shatter! Getting all the members of Feeders Divided onto the floor. Taikutsu picking up the Best Jinx and Bipolar Bear with that aid of that blizzard. But they've used a lot of ults in that one fight. And
Yeah.
Feeders Divided once again have that bomb, the dragon, the blizzard. It looks like it's going to be a good one for them.
Yeah, but United, they lost their Reinhardt late in there, so immediately the point's going to get retaken by Divided as they push forward here. And yeah, they have this dragon, nothing to really tie them down though. And you need to watch out that this blizzard is not eaten by Princess.
In comes the dragon, the defense matrix not quite finding it there. The immortality field used by the Best Jinx and the blizzard coming out. Taikutsu and how to draw have been backed into a corner, but saved by the immortality field. Not for long for Taikutsu though. Gets taken out there. Hammerhei finding the reverse pick though onto Bipolar Bear. But Gangnam and Chazza apparently getting a 2k with that bomb. A beautiful bountiful bomb. There we go. And it looks like Princess is going to be on the end of a... Oh, no. Not as harsh of a stagger as I would have initially thought, but I
Yeah,
think
if
it
you're
will
on-
be enough for Feeders Divided to take this second.
Yeah, if you're on the payload, then they can't really stall you out too much. 1 minute to go here. Defense looking to retake this. But, oh, Jurian just gets the picks constantly at the start. And it keeps being Noah that's getting caught out with a big head on that Mei. Because she's a scientist and she's very smart.
Yeah, the big brain not quite working in May's favor there. Gets taken out early by Jurian, as you said previously. The battle for the high ground gets lost there by Princess, as she has to concede. But the beat is going in, the amp speed as well. Gets cut off a little bit by the wall. But it doesn't particularly matter, as Bipolar Bear cut off from the line of sight of the lamp. Jurian managing to find Taikutsu though, and Chazza getting that pick onto Noah. But I think Feeders United have gotten so much ground here that I don't really think there's much Feeders Divided can do here.
Yeah, that early
That's
beat
not
there
easy.
allowed a nice aggressive push into a wall. And while this is still going, it's very scrappy. The Best Jinx is completely turning it around.
Yeah, you said the Baptistes were popping off, and lo and behold, the Best Jinx, I'm sorry, manages to find two there. Emily picking up another one as well, sending 3 members of Feeders United back into the spawn rooms.
Both
Looks like
blizzards.
Noah is going to go for a little bit of a sneaky blizzard here.
Both blizzards available, but look at this flank from Jurian.
Doesn't quite manage to find what I
Spotted.
think he wants. The window comes out, and that's a good shatter there. Manages to find Gangnam and the Best Jinx. but unfortunately they don't get taken out. Blizzard's traded from both sides. How to Draw managing to find the headshot onto Chazza. The best Jinx getting that. Oh, but Princess.
Oh my.
That's a large bomb there. Really helping secure the fight there for Feeders United.
Yeah, very good stuff there from the defense. Yeah, it was the dual blizzards coming out, kind of canceling out each other. It's like the beam struggle that you see in like Harry Potter and such. Now on the attack, there is this High Noon, but that's really all you have going for you. You can speed High Noon, but that's not too much for the defense. Will create some space, but they'll be pushing it. They'll of course defending against a dragon.
Well,
Very
not
shortly.
unless Princess can eat the ensuing Dragon Strikes. She looks like she's keeping an eye out for it. Doesn't manage to, but the High Noon only manages to find the mech of Chazza, which is unfortunate as Jurian manages to take out How to Draw. Didn't quite draw fast enough there. I'm just co-opting your puns now. I think that was... No, it didn't get eaten. I'm just blind. Jurian managing to find the pick onto the mech and the Diva.
Oh,
And it looks like
boy.
Fetus Divided are going to be able to take this point into overtime.
Yeah, Jurian on this Hanzo is an outstanding choice here for the attacking team. Now, the defenders, they got them to that 0 mark. It's very important because if Feeders United can finish this one up with over a minute, there is no other attack left for Divided. So that is key. Well, they got it all the way. It is on that 0-second mark. Jurian on this Hanzo, though, is getting the value. And at the start, you know, on paper, Cassidy, sorry, I almost said the old name. Cassidy has the more advantage in the pick, right? You've got the stun and the up close fan, the hammer, and while High Noon isn't a good solitary ult, you can speed it. But with the hands on the attack, Jurian was really getting the value out of that one-shot ability. Now that I've said it so much, I've cursed myself, and Jurian is picking Cassidy on the defense. So clearly on the defense, the stun is a little bit too valuable.
Yeah, I think they definitely want to be finding these more defensible positions. I think the Cassidy is just easier to defend with. If you want to rush as a unit, you may as well have the Cassidy. The Hanzo only really serves to open up the fight for an attacking team, I think. But the Cassidy, the stun on the defense is just too powerful, it seems.
And we'll be going off to the races here. Scouting out on top of the statue there, Chazza spotting what the attacking team is going with here as United swing around the statue.
It's a big wall. They only just managed to get the lamp out in time. The best Jinx taking it out early, though. And it looks like the Diva almost gets frozen, but they do have the Mei isolated now, and it looks like that poor Mei manages to freeze Chazza. Gets taken out afterwards, however, and Bipolar Bear, with that hammer, managing to seal the deal for the first fight of King's Row.
And look at this all the way to spawn. That's the bite. That's the tooth I was looking for. Divided are looking very good right now in King's Row. That's what I was looking for out of them. That viciousness to come out. And now we're seeing it. United fans might be a little worried. And I
They're worried at the best of times. It looks like Taikutsu's going to try and rotate around the statue again. Windows get traded here. Neither team really wants to be peeking here. Bipolar Bear, though, getting that window amped fire strike kill onto Hammerhay is a very, very big one. Jurian with the High Noon doesn't manage to get anything, but it's all about Gangham's Blizzard, baby. Finds 3 with various combinations of icicles. Finds 4, I should say, and Gangham hopping off manages to keep this point going.
Yeah, I have a new favorite flavor of gum. That was a great Blizzard, and the eliminations were just streaming in for Gangham now on the approach. You've got a shatter that you need to be wary of if you're on the defense. Taikutsu looking to get value with it. Big wall though.
Ooh, that's an uncomfortable wall there, but Emily actually managing to actually managing to find the first pick onto Hammerhay. The wall coming out there from Phoenix United as well. They aren't getting to rotate around this hotel like they would have previously planned. They're just kind of stuck in there without the Lucio, but Taikutsu though managing to find Emily early, and the big shatter from Taikutsu finding the Goomba stomp onto Gangham and picking up Jurian and Chazza along the way. Princess with the follow-up. Doing very, very well there, I might add. And Feeders United finally managed to divide Feeders Divided. And
Yeah,
now it's a pause.
well, at least the fight was allowed to finish up. But yeah, when you're stunned like that by hold on, I'm gonna make it focus again.
Oh,
Oh, we're already back.
Already
I
back.
brought the game back. That's what I did. I didn't make my camera focus. I brought the game back for you, everyone.
Magical
Yeah,
Geo.
when you're hit by a shatter up that close, you become a 2D asset on the ground. But this is a big wall.
Oh, the
Blitzing
walls
up.
from Gangnam have just been fantastic this defense, and the window as well has to really make Feeders United give up a lot of the space that they want to hold on to there.
Maybe came in a little late there. I think they had kind of escaped already. Probably wishing they held on. But here's a Nuno with the
Out to
push.
draw. Only manages to find the defense matrix of Chazza. Jurian trying to go for a counter high noon of his own, but doesn't manage to find much. The Blizzard now coming out, freezes 3, makes the ball fall really low. That beat almost completely redundant there, as Chazza's mech gets taken out along with Bipolar Bear. Gangnam not going out without a fight, though, manages to find how to draw, but Feeders United are just winning this fight from sheer force of picks.
Yeah, all aboard the Ark because that Blizzard is what carried that fight. Now pushing forward, United have 3 minutes. It's a little bit less than Divided had at this stage, but it's all about how Divided come back into this one with the defense. They've got the bomb for space. They could bomb charge, bomb shatter if they want to try that also. But Taikutsu, so very tight hold here.
I mean, unless Taikutsu can get that shatter out first, they look like they're going straight for it. The
Oh.
bomb goes up. Doesn't find much, but the shatter doesn't find much either. But that's a big counter shatter there from Taikutsu, managing to find 3. The Immortality Field saving a couple of members of Feeders Divided, but it doesn't manage to save Gangnam. And Bipolar Bear's just stuck in that corner of the window a little late. They can just push past it now. Not well. Taikutsu apparently can't push past it as he gets taken out by 4 different people. But speaking of 4 different people, that's how many people Feeders United killed that fight. They managed to take second point. Taikutsu with the long score.
3.5 minutes here on third point, and if they can swing around this first corner, and then it's only 1 corner left in the map for them to get over a minute of a hold. But yep, the defense know that they're pushing up here.
Jurian finding the big brain of Noah's May, and once again opening up the fight for Feeders Divided. I mean, I think Jurian realized that, oh wait, we were winning when I played Hanzo, so I'm just going to do that again. And you know what? It worked.
Yeah. Now pushing in, they've got the Blizzard on the attack. They're going to open up this window here. Nothing
In
yet
comes
happening,
the
but the
Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Noah managing to freeze 2
Oh.
members of Feeders Divided and taking them both out with various icicles. It looks like there's a bit of a May duel. Noah managing to win that one out as well. Proving why Noah is such a threat that needs to be dealt with the various logs of Jurian's Hanzo.
Yeah, never mind an Arc, it's an icebreaker that Noah's captaining right now, as they're absolutely freezing up the defending team. That's a big high noon.
Comes the high noon, doesn't manage to find anything, but Disaster Princess gets the chomp onto Gangnam's Blizzard. The bomb goes in the air and finds 2 with the aid of Taikutsu Shatter. Such team play, much wow, as Feeders United seem to be taking this point with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, that's what you wanted. That's your win condition. Because now Divided, they don't have a win condition. They only have a draw condition. United will be given 2 minutes. Well, not given. They've earned 2 minutes on their attack to get 1 tick on the first point. And Divided, they need to stop it from getting there for that 2 minutes so that they can draw.
Well, before that, I guess we're going to have a pause coming out there. Not sure what triggered that, but it gives us a lot of time to talk about the new stuff that happened today. Kiriko, the character.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about that to fill the time.
Yes.
I've had a lot of
Nothing
people say
stressful about the news. From
Nothing
me
special.
At
no.
all. Yes. Kiriko, the abilities were released. The first ability to increase the attack speed of another character. That's what the ult does. Increases the attack speed, and cooldown rate, and movement speed. So it's very like enabling as an ultimate, which I like. Obviously, 19 days, we'll find out what it's like to play. If you have the Founders Pack, which means you own Overwatch 1 and you play Overwatch 2 during Season 1, you immediately get Kiriko, so no concern about the whole behind the Battle Pass issue. But, anywho, none of that. That's Overwatch 2. This is Overwatch 1. Here we play 6v6. Here the meta doesn't change.
And here, double shield exists.
Well,
double shield.
Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know. As a Rhine player, it's the constant ball comps that's been around for a year now. But hey ho,
We're not
that's just
jaded. You're jaded.
It's an exciting time to be in Overwatch. Yes, we're in this kind of
yes.
awkward period of waiting, but do remember that time where we had no news. So, yeah, we are in a good point with the game. We're seeing it off here, and what a wonderful way of not to do it in tournaments such as this Tranquility Discord tier match. 2 minutes on the board. Can United seal the deal, or will it be a draw?
A draw is not what Feeders United want here. That would pretty much lose their perfect map record. Gangnam only manages to isolate the D.Va there. The wall there coming out from Noah doesn't manage to isolate anyone there. No, it doesn't look like Princess is particularly far behind, and the shield has been broken for Bipolar Bear. The lamp has to come out from both sides and gets taken out immediately. But the mech of Princess, that's a very key position in play. How to Draw, though, managing to take out Emily, though.
Oh.
That's a pretty big pick from How to Draw. If they can somehow capitalize off of that, it looks like How to Draw's going for a bit of a cheeky flank. Almost manages to take out Jiren, drops them very, very low. Princess now has that mech back so they can call it in whenever they like. Doesn't manage to find anything, but the Immortality Field and Chazza disaster, the mech's gone down, and that's a huge shadow once again from Taikutsu, managing to seal the deal for Feeders United, not having dropped a singular map. Feeders United, 3-0, take the dub.
Yes.
Really building to something, and then I just killed it.
The golden dub here, the big dub, the match win here for Feeders United 3-0. So congratulations to Feeders United, who got the better of them. But this King's Row match was neck and neck at times. It was a very entertaining one, but in the end, United just had it in the end. And well, it looks like we have the answer. Which feeders beat the most? Which is
Shockingly, the United ones.
Yeah. So United, we stand. And there we go, 3-0. So very nicely done for Feeders United, and I believe we go to a fourth map.
Yes, we do.
So Feeders
Please
United.
stick around. We made that sound very final, but we do play a fourth map, so there is still a chance for Feeders United to lose their map-winning streak of all of them. So don't go anywhere as we go to an escort map. For real this time.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. That was
You're
just
making
funny.
me laugh now.
But yeah, I mean, so far, like what we've talked about, right? It's United just had it. They had that clutch ability when fights weren't really going their way. They were able to turn those around, and we saw Divided start to do that in King's Row. But at that point, maybe the momentum was a little too hard to push against, because momentum is very important, not even physically, but like mentally. Like the mental challenge is there in these sports and for esports. And when you're down 2-0, it's hard to push back. But Divided really showed some fight here in the comeback. Now, of course, we go to play some Dorado. And ooh, I do like Dorado. I like my monkeys. I'm a monkey player. I like to see monkeys. I like my double bubble defense and double bubble attack. But what will these teams play? We will find out shortly. and could divided maybe make it look a little better for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all to play for. Well, it's not all to play for, but it's still, for this match specifically, it's all to play for. Can Feeders Divided end Feeders United's unbeaten map streak? We will find out as we go to Dorado, City of Gold.
Yeah. I think we have changed to
Oh, no, never
Junkertown.
mind.
Not to cut you off, but it's we may not yet have the queen, but we are going to her the main as of course Junker Queen, one of the new heroes in Overwatch 2. And of course, if you watch the Overwatch League, you may be sick of already, but we don't have the Junker Queen here. We've got other things. I imagine we'll be seeing ball comps here, ball diva or ball sigma, that is, and possibly the pirate ship. I've seen pirate ship played recently on Junkertown, which is a nice flashback to how Junkertown used to be played all the time. So I'll be interested to see what his teams pick.
Yeah, it'll be definitely very, very interesting as we go into Junkertown right now, from the City of Gold to the City of Scrap. And various, and just like racism towards robots, frankly.
They're bots, you know. What did the Roomba ever do, you know?
I mean,
Apart
they did kind of start a war. And there is...
That wasn't their fault, really.
I don't know
Well,
enough
I
about
don't
the lore.
remember
of
the
Overwatch to be able to determine that.
I'm sure Talon did something.
Yeah.
Or is that what Overwatch 2? I don't. Talon's involved, okay. Zenyatta and Arisa, and more importantly Bastion. They're all good. They're
And
great.
Echo.
Of course, and Echo.
Mm.
Yes, Echo. I always not to drift off into a world that could have been, but
I was wondering how that opened on my end.
I thought that was me as well. Anyway,
Oh dear.
I always often think, what would Echo actually look like as the intended, support? It was intended as a support, right? I always wonder what those abilities would have been, but hey ho. It's going to be classic dive here on the attack with the Zen Ana. Very risky backline against Noah and Taikutsu, who are going to be on the Tracer Ball.
Yeah, I think all eyes, though, are going to be on the Widowmakers here, trying to duke it out. They seem to be trying to scout each other. I think that How to Draw knows where Jurian is, but hasn't quite found the right angle to take a shot there. Emily dropping very low, but Bipolar Bear is just kind of walked at How to Draw, and Chazza managing to finish up that kill. Looking very good for Feeders Divided right now. Well, I say that as their Zenyatta gets taken out by the opposing Zenyatta of Yurei, but Princess dropping very, very low, gets Tesla Cannon to death by the Winston, who's going on an absolute tear. Taikutsu dropping very low. That Harmony Orb isn't doing much for him, as Gangnam gets that kill onto them. Yurei, though, trying to pull this back, managing to take out Gangnam. Hammerhei with the whip onto Bipolar Bear, and Yurei popping off, it would seem, getting that headshot onto the best Jinx, and How to Draw getting the Widow Diff onto Jurian. So Feeders United holding on.
Yeah, talk about Omnix, the Zen of United stepping up here. Yuri, of course, we've seen them on the Baptiste and popping off as well. So no shock to me that they're also very clean on the Zenyatta. Now pushing forward, Pulse Bomb comes out, big sleep!
Oh, that's a
onto
huge
Noah.
sleep, and Jurian's in just the right position to get their headshot onto Noah. Now Feeders United's ball in Taikutsu doesn't have the follow-up onto the dives that they would want, but Princess, with the aid of the Discord, manages to take out Gangnam, but Chazza finds Yurei and Hammer. And Princess, though, still holding on for a little bit longer, trying to get that momentum going again, and Noah helping out with that by taking out Jurian. How to Draw having a bit of a time on the shooting range as the flying mech lady comes in to take them out. Gangnam with the Tracer. diffing Noah a little bit there. They might want to go for a little bit of a stick here, it looks like. But no, I think Fetus Divided will be content with keeping that cart progress up.
Now there's Yuri again, knowing the kill feed. Now if the Transcendent's going to keep it alive for the defending team once again.
Oh,
with
no.
the Pulse Bomb!
That's not good! And that's not good either for the side of Fetus United, having your Brig taken out mid-Transcendence and your Widowmaker get diffed by the opposition, and mid-Flux Princess gets taken out by Chazza. That's 0.01 meters away! And finally, after all this time, Fetus Divided take the first point of Junkertown.
It was it's a decent time bank to have 340 here on the second, and you see them pushing forward to keep the control there. That was a very pretty background. Now, setting up on this flank, Gangnam has decided not to. Gonna push the point.
Yeah, that infra site scouting you out just by existing is not what you want as the Tracer player. It does seem to be wearing off now, and it has gone, so maybe they can get a little bit of flank going here. But actually, no, it'll be Fetus United with the flank, managing to take out Jurian with the aid of the ball slam is Noah. And Fetus Divided just having to keep waiting. They do swap onto the Hanzo, though, and we've seen Jurian's Hanzo before. If there's any character that Jurian can play to maybe try and take a map off of Fetus United, it will be the Hanzo.
Yeah, United are probably asking themselves why the music just increased in intensity. Because Jurian's on the field, getting pushed out there by the ball, but of course that burst damage of the Hanzo is rough, especially if you're a Tracer. You need to watch your head. Pulse Bomb doesn't touch anything.
Both the DPS falls so low, but Noah manages to take out Jurian there. The Nano Boost, though, coming out onto Bipolar Bear, but you've missed the room, pal! The Slam manages to help take out the best Jinx, and Taikutsu with the mines finding the Baby Diva form of Chazza, and Fetus United still holding on to this. Fetus Divided just can't seem to get any ground without taking one step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, I'm sad that this is going to be the last map because I want to see more of what Yuri can do in Zenyatta, because they're absolutely dominating the field. Not to talk down the rest of the players on the field right now, but Yuri is just on another level, getting that value. Of course, the team supporting that to allow it to happen. Noah maybe went a little deep, but
it's a good thing that Noah was able to engage with the recall there. Bipolar Bear, though, getting hacked out. Delays the jump a little bit longer. Gangam falling a little bit low. How to draw also falling low, but it will be Gangam being taken out there by the fireball that known as Taikutsu, who also managed to take out the best Jinx with a melee kill. Chazza and Jurian, though, trying to equalize it out, but it looks like Princess is going to be the one to help secure this fight for Fetus United.
Yeah, it's a little uncoordinated here on the defense. Sorry, on the attack. I mean, the defense are holding in good here and really pressuring when they can. Of course, this Sombra now looking to build up EMP with how to draw now on them. Pulse Bomb ready for Noah, and we've seen them be very aggressive with it.
Yeah, Noah, I think, is probably going to want to look for a stick onto Hammerhay here. Very important stick to land. Euro drops to half, but the mines come out. Not sure where they are, but the dragons have come out for Jurian, forcing them off of the high ground. The Primal into the backline forces out the Transcendence, but at the cost of Bipolar Bear's life. And that's just not a good time for Fetus Divided. They've just lost their main tank, who had an extra 1,200 health. Taikutsu getting the slam there. Gets slept and taken out, though, with the aid of the Pulse Bomb and Emily. Jurian with the body shot managing to take out Princess on the Sigma. And now Fetus United don't have either of their tanks, but Yuri just does not care what you think is a winnable fight. Gets Emily very low and manages to take out Jurian. It is only Gangnam that can possibly stop the tyranny of Yurei. The EMP are coming out there from How to Draw. Manages to find quite a few members of Fetus Divided. The Nano Boost, though, coming out onto Bipolar Bear is going to apply a lot of pressure onto the backline of Fetus United. It's looking very, very close here.
Yeah, it's a scrappy fight here. They're trying to win this one out over time. Beaming over their head, the pressure's down, the rally's out though from United. That's keeping them up here and allowing Yuri to really be aggressive with their plays here and getting this pop-off potential.
Yuri's
and it's the
on
mines
a tear. He's on a tear. He doesn't care. Takutsu managing to seal the deal with the minefield. And I apologize for my unintentional rhyming.
Rhyming is, it'll happen. It's allowed. I think rhyming's allowed.
Initiating match.
But, yeah, very solid defense. And I do want to note, I don't remember last time Noah was eliminated. Noah was playing very aggressive on the defense, but keeping it up. And not being eliminated, not being caught out. So very nicely done by Noah on the Tracer here, utilizing, of course, the core fundamental of Tracer, maneuverability, zipping, bopping all over the map. Now they just need to get to the end of point 2 to get the final dub in their dub collection system, as it's now their attempt to attack defenders in Feeders Divided, going for pretty much the same kind of defense, that kind of classic dive tank setup. Now going for the Brig to defend Jinx on the Ana, and you have the Ashe without a pocket, which is going to suffer. And of course, there's no Zen either on the defense, so I'm concerned about the damage output for Feeders Divided maybe not being as high as they want.
Yeah, I think Jurian's also going to get outranged here by How to Draw's Widow, but you see Noah there. I think Noah's just been managing his cooldowns really well, and that's why he's been very difficult to kill. Goes for a little bit of a flank there, tries to get some poke out on the tanks. They know where they are now, so they kind of have to engage. Bipolar Bear dropping very low and has a drop off for high ground, but it will be Chazza finding the first pick onto Yurei. And that's a very, very big one there. It allows Feeders Divided to push a little bit further. Or, sorry, Feeders United to push a little bit further. The name's confusing, okay?
It's fine. We've done very well, Funky. We've done very well with it. Noah very close to this possible already, getting them on the flank. How to draw in a little bit of danger, but getting the support will get away with it. On the attack, we're very close to this pulse bomb from Noah.
Yeah, Noah's got that pulse bomb now. He might be looking for a stick. Tosses it in, but into the defense matrix of Chazza it goes. But How to Draw with the discorded body shot takes out Gangam, and Princess in the backline there, helping her core out magnificently by taking out Chazza. And not allowed the reset, unfortunately. And Feeders Divided now holding very, very little space. Jurian tries to get out there, but the slam and the follow-up from Noah is just there immediately.
A little over-eager from Chazza, went a little deep and got caught out for it. Noah now on the hunt. I haven't seen the new Predator film, but I feel like I am watching it right now and watching Noah play. Taikutsu on the flank also looking to control the high ground early. Oh, that could be a big pick. But,
I feel like Bipolar Bear was just AFK. Like, I didn't see him moving. I didn't see him. Oh, yep, that would probably be why it looks like there's been a disconnection. I mean,
that might explain it.
I thought it was just an elaborate nano farm, but apparently not.
Yeah, that would be an interesting way to farm nano, to like just walk away from your PC and be like, all right, you guys just heal me up when I get it. But no, of course. Some more internet issues for one of these teams, possibly Divided again, which is rough. It was Emily on Anubis as well, so we've had some tech issues here, but we get through it at the end of the day. And you know what? I am interested to see what Divided are going to bring us in this defensive point too, because they really need to come up big in the defense, because there's a decently sized time bank that they're against, and they don't need to get all the way. They just needed to get to the end of second point. So the defense really needs to come up with something, maybe even creative.
Yeah, but I mean, Bipolar Bear is just trying to come back from spawn now. How to Draw pops the infra site, kind of ruins Gangam's plans a little bit there, gets scouted out. And they just need to be holding that angle now. The Gangam doing a little bit of a dance just to try and allure the Widowmaker and distract her for the duration of the visor, and it seems to have worked well. Oh, Bipolar Bear They're on the respawn train. Gangnam though managing to take out how to draw, but it just doesn't matter because that flux was huge from Princess. Yurei managing to get that follow-up, and Princess once again managing to secure that third kill. The pulse bomb doesn't manage to find anything either, and Princess popped off there, as did every single member of Feeders United, the celebratory minefield, and that will be Feeders United taking this game 4-0.
Yeah, Feeders United, I think, really had the edge in this one. A lot of their players stepping up to the mark to the point where I'd have to name them all. But of course, here's Princess with this huge flux at the end here, picking up 3 of them on the defense, allowing the follow-up with the Zenyatta of Yuri, who was so far up there. Of course, had the brig healing, so they could afford to be that far forward. So, very aggressive plays there from even the Zenyatta of Feeders United. And yeah, between these Feeders teams right now, the story goes United have the edge between them.
And United continue their unbeaten streak. I don't even think they've drawn a map. I think they've just been winning every single one. They're putting on an absolute show for us here at Tranquility Gaming. But unfortunately, that does mean this is it for today's stream. We hope that you've enjoyed yourselves, and we hope that you have a lovely evening. Anything you want to add, Gio?
Yes, this is the end, but thank you to the teams for giving us such great content. And congratulations, of course, to Feeders United. Thank you to those who watched along the way and those that are in the chat and followed. We appreciate you all and all the support here at Tranquility. As yes, Overwatch, it's not a game that gets updates right now, right? Overwatch 1, that is. And we just heard that the servers for Overwatch 1, they are going to be going down some point on October 2nd or 3rd. So the end is in sight for what we know is Overwatch. So thank you for supporting us in the end, for us being able to showcase the last of this beautiful game that we've all loved for 7 years. Thank you, Funky, for joining me. And my name's been Asking today. And don't forget to laugh loud and love yourself, folks. Good night.
Good night! Finally managing to flip the point.
Yeah, very nicely coordinated. A big chunky EMP is what you love to see here in these 6-man comps. It's so surrounding EMP. Both sides now looking to utilize the Coalescence for a push, but very importantly, the beat is ready for United.
Well, in goes both Coalescences, but it's Yuri who finds that first pick again with the Coalescence and getting another one onto Bipolar Pair. Why not? Bipolar Pair dropping very, very low. The Blizzard's coming out. It looks like it's all going the way of Feeders Divided.
Yeah, it's somehow working out for them here.
Noah's just doing Noah things.
Oh yeah, Noah's actually threatening to take it back, but no, yeah, Divided will get the point somehow. They TP'd all but their Reinhardt and got away with it. Very shockingly, they lived up to their name in a good way. So, I guess
finding that pick onto Bipolar Bear, but Shaza still responding back. It seems like this is going to go on for a while.
yeah, this is one of these classic prolonged 2CP fights, but there comes a Blizzard that could switch the fate here of the attacking team as Gangnam continues to step up big time. Oh.
It froze Hammerhey, but it didn't save Gangnam from death. How to draw, and Yurei also following up on that. Yurei finding 2 there with the Baptiste primary fire.
Provided they do have the Shatter and Blizzard. And they need to watch this rotate, though. They really need to make sure the DM is protecting Best Jinx as they push forward, because it's the Junkrat that's picking them off.
Yeah, they've been picked off a lot there. The bomb gets sent in from Jazza. Jazza doesn't find anything. The Remake also not finding much. The Immortality Field coming out in response to the Riptire, but it's gonna go. And the Best Jinx, as you say. Riveting Orisa gameplay being observed there. It looks like they're gonna go in now with the anti. I think that was a set nade coming out there onto Bipolar Bear. I can't tell if it's bipolar bear or bipolar bear, but who knows at this point. Shazza dropping very, very low, but it's actually Jurian that falls to the headshot from How to Draw. And why not pick up another one in the form of...
Actually follow through. How to Draw coming up big there. Now, of course, that's a very quick take. They do not need all of second point, just 60%, well, 59.6. Oh, that's a huge one!
That is a
Double
huge
this.
pick. Not as huge as you may think, though, with the 2CP spawn thing. He is, right back in there. How to Draw now with the infra sights, looking for something else, but the dive has already been initiated. Noah has the barrage, goes in, finds 2, finds 3! Finally managing to flip the point.
Yeah, very nicely coordinated. A big chunky EMP is what you love to see here in these 6-man comps. It's so surrounding the EMP. Both sides now looking to utilize the coalescence for a push, but very importantly, the beat is ready for United.
Well, in goes both coalescences, but it's Yuri who finds that first pick again with the coalescence and getting another one onto Bipolar Pair. Why not? Bipolar Pair dropping very, very low. The blizzard's coming out. It looks like it's all going the way of Fetus Divided.
Yeah, it's somehow working out for them here.
Noah's just doing Noah things.
Oh yeah, Noah's actually threatening to take it back, but no, yeah, Divided will get the point somehow. They TP'd all but their Reinhardt and got away with it. Very shockingly, they lived up to their name in a good way. So, I guess...
Finding that pick onto Bipolar Bear, but Shazza still responding back. It seems like this is going to go on for a while.
Yeah, this is one of these classic prolonged 2CP fights, but there comes a Blizzard that could switch the fate here of the attacking team as Gangnam continues to step up big time. Oh.
It froze Hammerhey, but it didn't save Gangnam from death. How to Draw and Yurei also following up on that. Yurei finding 2 there with the Baptiste primary fire.
Provided they do have the Shatter and Blizzard, and they need to watch this rotate though. They really need to make sure the DM is protecting Best Jinx as they push forward, because it's the Junkrat that's picking them off.
Yeah, they've been picked off a lot there. The bomb gets sent in from Jazza. Jazza doesn't find anything. The remake also not finding much. The Immortality Field coming out in response to the Riptire, but it's gonna go. And the Best Jinx, as you say, riveting Orisa gameplay being observed there. It looks like they're gonna go in now with the anti. I think that was a set nade coming out there onto Bipolar Bear. I can't tell if it's Bipolar Bear or Bipolar Bear, but who knows at this point. Shazza dropping very, very low, but it's actually Jurian that falls to the headshot from How to Draw. And why not pick up another one in the form of...
Actually follow through. How to Draw coming up big there. Now, of course, that's a very quick take. They do not need all of second point, just 60%, well, 59.6. Oh, that's a huge one!
That is a
Double
huge
this.
pick. Not as huge as you may think, though, with the 2CP spawn thing. He is, right back in there. How to Draw now with the infra sights, looking for something else, but the dive has already been initiated. Noah has the barrage, goes in, finds 2, finds 3! Finally managing to flip the point.
Yeah, very nicely coordinated. A big chunky EMP is what you love to see here in these 6-man comps. It's so surrounding the EMP. Both sides now looking to utilize the coalescence for a push, but very importantly, the beat is ready for United.
Well, in goes both coalescences, but it's Yuri who finds that first pick again with the coalescence and getting another one onto Bipolar Pair. Why not? Bipolar Pair dropping very, very low. The blizzard's coming out. It looks like it's all going the way of Fetus Divided.
Yeah, it's somehow working out for them here.
Noah's just doing Noah things.
Oh yeah, Noah's actually threatening to take it back, but no, yeah, Divided will get the point somehow. They TP'd all but their Reinhardt and got away with it. Very shockingly, they lived up to their name in a good way. So, I guess...
Finding that pick onto Bipolar Bear, but Shazza still responding back. It seems like this is going to go on for a while.
Yeah, this is one of these classic prolonged 2CP fights, but there comes a Blizzard that could switch the fate here of the attacking team as Gangnam continues to step up big time. Oh,
It froze Hammerhey, but it didn't save Gangun from death. How to draw, and Yurei also following up on that. Yurei finding 2 there with the Baptiste primary fire.
provided they do have the Shatter and Blizzard. And they need to watch this rotate, though. They really need to make sure the DM is protecting Best Jinx as they push forward, because it's the Junkrat that's picking them off.
Yeah, they've picked off a lot there. The block gets sent in.